What's up, family? As always, we just here to have an authentic conversation. Get this video a big thumbs up if you get some value from this video. However, man, it's been breaking news, and the crazy part is, man, it's a lot to break down. I had got informed about it before I came to you guys to have a conversation. However, um, it gets crazier, man. So let's get into it, right? So, man, oh man, Fox Sports is absolutely wild right now. Today, we're diving into the bombshell lawsuit that got names like Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharpe, Joy Taylor, Emmanuel Acko, and even FS1's executive vice president, Charlie Dickinson, as you guys see on the screen, in the spotlight. Buckle up because this one is crazy, man. Because let's start with the key players, right? Charlie Dickinson, the executive VP of content for FS1, has been with the network since July 2015. And Skip Bayless is in hot water over this lawsuit. Now, while Shannon Sharpe's name has been mentioned, let's be clear, he's not in trouble. Here's what's being alleged, though. Skip Bayless reportedly pursued a hairstylist who worked with the network. And the suit, as you guys can see on the screen, the suit alleges soon after weekly haircuts started, Bayless, quote unquote, began finding excuses to touch Fahari. Over the years, Fahari worked with Bayless. He allegedly continued to make advances toward her. In July 2021, Fahari reportedly informed Bayless about a possible cancer diagnosis, hoping to stop the sexual advances, but he continued with it, right? So he continued to pursue this hairstylist who worked with the network. And this stylist who did Skip Hair Weekly says he offered her 1.5 million to sleep with him. Yes, y'all heard that correctly. Sound crazy, right? And a lot of people may be like, "What? 1.5 million you going to offer a female to sleep with?" Guys, believe me if not. There's men out here who will pay for box, okay? Unfortunately. And the price doesn't matter when they don't have discipline and understand boundaries, right? So despite her constant refusal, Skip allegedly kept pursuing her. In the lawsuit, you guys see, she mentioned the cancer, hoping he'll back off, but he didn't. She also mentioned cameras being around trying to tour him, but Skip allegedly ignored all of that. Um, Continued to make advances to her in July 2021, as you guys can see on the screen. Bahari reportedly informed Bayless about a possible cancer diagnosis, hoping to stop the sexual advances, but he continued to continue with it. "Quote unquote," Bayless told her that he wanted to be with her. Mrs. Fahari panicked and began rambling that there were cameras everywhere, that she has a child, and that she does not want him, the suit reads. Bayless then grabbed her hands and began kissing them, and basically coercion at this point, right? You guys can say, based on the context of this whole suit and everything else. And it's crazy because it gets even crazier. According to the lawsuit, Skip brought Shannon Sharpe's name into the mix, man. As you guys see right here. Um, were you what and he's saying, quote unquote, "Well, you had relations with Shannon Sharpe, so why not me? I'm offering you 1.5 million, man. This joint is crazy." So it says, as you guys see on the screen, of the allegations, Fahari details years of sexual harassment from former undisputed host Skip Bayless, who at one point propositioned her for sex by offering her 1.5 million. Fahari also claims that Bayless will give, quote unquote, lingering hugs and kisses on the cheek while putting his body against hers and pressing against her breasts. Additionally, the lawsuit claims Bayless accused Fahari of having sexual relations with his former co-host Shannon Sharpe. But that was consensual, brother. You aren't Shannon Sharpe. But what blows my mind is I knew it was something weird about this woman. And this is just my opinion because, she has our podcast is trash. Um, but it sounds like to me, and comment down below how you guys feel about this, that she basically utilized her power in regards of giving box to work her way up the corporate ladder. That's just my take on it, folks. That's just my theory, okay? In my opinion. I'm not saying that's true, okay? Just wanted to put that out there. So, the hairstylist claimed that Skip tried to touch her hands and made her extremely uncomfortable. She eventually went to Joy Taylor for support. thinking they were friends. But according to her, Joy brushed her off, basically saying, "So what?" Now that's wild, right? Especially since the stylist thought Joy was her ally. And if you guys, this is Shannon Sharpe and Joy Taylor. So obviously, like I said, well, not the woman that's in the suit. Let me be clear when I say slept her way up to the corporate ladder. Joy Taylor and her trash podcast or whatever she got going on. I know it was something weird about Joy Taylor. That's what I meant to mention. Not the person in the suit, but Joy Taylor basically slept her way. She's not good in my opinion, okay? But it was something weird that this woman kept being on air and, she slept her way in. That's my theory. Like I said, that's my opinion. So not the woman in the suit, but Joy Taylor specifically that the woman went to, thinking that she had someone she could go to, to vent this out to and issue concern and get some help, right? But here's another twist. There was apparently a party at Joyce Taylor's house back when she was still married. Okay? Back when she was still married. And her husband allegedly picked up on some shady vibes, suspecting that these so-called freak-offs, quote unquote, were happening under his nose. That party is reportedly when he started piecing things together, right? And it says right here on the screen, around August 2016, Miss Fahari attended a dinner with Miss Taylor and her husband and Mr. Dixon and his wife. During the dinner, Miss Taylor's husband became suspicious that Miss Taylor and Mr. Dixon were having a sexual relationship. Soon after the dinner, Miss Taylor's husband found evidence of the inappropriate relationship and divorced Miss Taylor. In approximately September 2016, Undisputed started. Miss Taylor requested Miss Fahari to do her hair. And approximately November 2016, after not allowing anyone to touch his hair. Wow, man. And Mr. Dixon gets rid of a female talent member for refusing to have sex with him. Can't y'all see that this is a pattern, folks? Man, oh man. And I'm just summing up things and piece of things because I'm just trying to have a conversation. But Mr. Dixon gets rid of the female talent, remember refusing to have sex with him. Several years into Miss Fahari's tenure at Fox, female talent member, Anonymous, hired Miss Fahari to do her hair at her house for an award show. Anonymous asked that Miss Fahari meet her for lunch first. There, Anonymous told Miss Fahari that she would no longer be with Fox, as Mr. Dixon told her that she would need to have sex with him if she wanted to renew her contract, but she had refused. Anonymous further conveyed that, 1, Mr. Dixon was doing this to other women talent. 2, she should warn Miss Taylor to be careful. And 3, a talk show host had recently reported Mr. Dixon. Following the lunch, Mr. Fahari called Miss Taylor to convey what Anonymous had stated. Miss Taylor responded that no one gives a you-know-what about Anonymous or the talk show host who had reported Mr. Dixon. Miss Fahari later observed that Miss Taylor's remark appeared accurate as no actions were taken to address the concerns raised. If it was not already apparent, it became even more clear that Fox enabled high-ranking individuals to abuse their authority, exerting undue control over female and talent and employees. That's wild, man. However, I want you guys to see Emmanuel Acko, right? Because this not only are the parties and the freak-offs, that's a twist, but if this wasn't enough for you, the internet has receipts pulling up old clips of email Emmanuel Acko tried to delete. And one clip, Acko is seen praising Joy Taylor, right? He's seen praising Joy Taylor. And supposedly he's apparently at Joyce Taylor's house back when she was still married. Her husband allegedly, picked up on those shady vibes that I told you about, suspecting all of these things. And he's trying to delete clips, Emmanuel Acko, but he's praising her and calling her a trailblazer as a black woman in sports media. While that's all well and good, people are questioning the timing and location of that video, with some claiming it might be filmed outside of her house, like I said. But check this out.
Just got done with rehearsal for the new show Speak, and I got to take a moment to shout out my co-host Joy Taylor. A woman, a black woman, daily show, sports, Do you all realize how hard it is to get into the position that she is in? So often there's misogyny and sexism running rampant in sports, and we don't even care what women have to say in sports. But Joy is not only in the position on television as a woman, as a black woman, but as an opinionist. So not just asking men what they think, but providing her own unique and distinct insight. It's hard to do, and Joy, you have done it. So congratulations. Looking forward to working with you, and hope y'all tune in 4:30 to 6 Eastern every day starting next week. Just got done with rehearsal for the new show Speed.
There you have it. Look, man, this is just wild in itself. Look, man, I want you guys to see this photo that I'm looking for in regards of Emmanuel Acko and Joy Taylor together. And it doesn't look very co-hosty in my opinion. You know, if I can find this picture, because they look very cozy to me. And I want you guys to see it. Apparently this is on Instagram. But check this out, folks. Doesn't it look very chill and cozy to me? Look very comfortable if you ask me, right? um, Co-host vibes, right? It's giving more than just co-host vibes if you ask me. But now let's talk about the timing of all this. Remember, and this is the suit, you know, let's talk about the timing. Remember how abrupt Skip Bayless' departure from Fox Sports was? No farewell episode, no heartfelt goodbye with his co-host, nothing. That was a huge suspicious red flag for me. And Fox Sports claimed they were moving in a different direction, but come on, let's be real. There's clearly more to the story, right? And Skip's only post about his exit was a random picture with Lil Wayne, and that's it, right? And the lawsuit explains a lot, especially why Fox Sports seemed eager to cut ties with these massive contracts. They know something was coming, and now here we are. Look, man, and you guys see the suit, you know, in regards of all the things with, you know, Skip pressing up on her. But the situation is deep, and there's a lot more in the lawsuit. You know, I tried to skim through it and get the, you know, the key points, the key pieces to have a conversation with you guys, because, you know, I don't want to be in no conspiracy theory now. I want to actually give you guys the facts. But I want to know you guys' thoughts about this whole messy situation. Is this the real reason Fox Sports made the sudden moves that they made and cutting ties with Skip Bayless? I believe so, in my opinion. And this is a culture in regards of individuals basically having a lot of money and doing their dirt in their workplace and basically egotistical about it and basically exerting themselves and forcing themselves on individuals, and in this case women, and targeting women in regards of, in return, if you do this sexual act for me, you can get you can go up corporately and work your way up the ladder for more money. And to me, it's all favoritism, it's all wrong, it's all bad in itself. And at the end of the day, it's a toxic work environment, in my opinion. But make sure you hit that like button. You know, it helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe, turn your post notifications on. I love you guys. On that note, family, peace.